going on, everyone? How are you all doing? 9 minutes early, so I figured we would just chill, relax, sit back, and wait until the episode airs. Hopefully in 8 minutes now. So if you're watching this on the playback, so sorry you couldn't be here. Honestly, this is the most fun thing whenever I go live, because it's like last time I think we had 7,400 people, which is pretty wild, man. For that many people to be watching something at the same time, it's pretty cool. So how's everyone doing? You guys ready? Are you guys pumped? I got my I got this sent to me, which is pretty cool. So shout out to Blender Bottle. Love it. It's so cute. And this little guy too. You guys remember last episode when Baby Yoda was looking at... I gotta stop saying Baby Yoda because he's known as the child. I got him right here. I'll show you. If you haven't seen the breakdown video and the unboxing... Well, not the breakdown video. Yeah, breakdown of an unboxing. We got this guy here. Little cute baby. Little cute BB. I don't know where I'm gonna put him. Yeah. So, how excited are you guys? Rating up, dude. So while I'm excited, I think tonight's episode is just gonna be a pit stop, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's gonna be a pit stop. I think it's gonna be him going to Navarro 7, meet up with Grief, meet up with Kara, and repair his ship, and say, hey, I need you guys. Let's go on this journey, and maybe we'll see some bits of Gideon, the Empire, or something like that. I know in the trailers we saw the TIE fighter that was on. It looked like a desert planet, so could have been there, unless he goes back to Tatooine. So I feel like tonight we won't see Ahsoka. I don't think we're gonna see Ahsoka tonight. Tonight's episode is directed by my main man, Carl Weathers. So if you don't know what other movies he plays in, check out Rocky 1 and 2, 3 and 4, particularly the fourth one, which is my favorite Rocky movie ever. Fantastic actor, fantastic job. So I'm excited to see how he directs tonight's episode. Right, tonight is directed by him, I believe. So if you're new to these watch parties, basically how it works is I hit this button here, and you have Disney Plus, up on your phone or your TV, and then another one has me and the chat, and you can kind of interact with both of us. You can put me on mute or whatever. I try not to talk during episodes very much because I'm not one of those people who talks the whole time. But dude, I'm ready. I'm stoked. We got 6 minutes left, so let's react with chat. What are you guys up to? How you guys doing? You got pizza? I know for some of you it's very, very early. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. For me, it's almost midnight. And then you guys in the UK and the rest of Europe, you're okay. You guys, it's like 8 a.m. or something, right? Your dad was in Rocky 2? What? Get out of here, really? No way. Greetings from Hawaii. One day I will live there. I promise you. I will even learn to stop Jedi from dying. Jedi? People. I got to do a lightsaber review video for Dooku. We got Dooku, Luke, Vader, and Leia's lightsabers coming in the next week or two. And then I'd like to do Kylo's. I think that'd be cool. Who else? There's a lot of other people we can do. Hello from the UK. Loving the streams. I'm glad you do. I'm glad we can all hang out. There's 3,600 of you here right now. That's really great. Baby Yoda was on the recent flight to the eye. I know, I saw that. That was cool. Elon Musk is a true... Elon Musk likes everything that I like. Well, I guess everything a lot of people like. Star Wars and Cobra Kai. But it's cool to see that. Greetings from Alberta. Oh, cool, man. Thanks, Cody. Hello there. Hello, General Kenobi. Woke up at 1 a.m. It's 5 a.m. here in Brazil. Waiting to see this new chapter. Me too. It is 4 minutes left, so I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Usually during the watch parties, a lot of you are like, we can't see it. That's the point. You're not supposed to see it. Okay, I got Mando open. Got season 2. And then I'm just going to refresh once we hit midnight. I remember last year when it would always pop up around, like, sometimes 12:30. They'd be like 20, 30 minutes late. I'm glad this year it's so far 3 for 3. It's been right at 12, which is great. Come to Brazil one day. Yeah, I'd love to see Brazil. I'd love to hang out with you guys. Let me turn up the brightness here so I don't look like a little Sith in the shadows. Baby Yoda is fan roll tide. Hyped for it. How are you doing, man? What up, Ryan? How you doing, bro? So I did a gaming stream. All of you right now, I would love it. You don't have to. I would love it. If gaming is your thing, I would love it if you would subscribe to my gaming channel. Theories Arcade Games. Or Theories Arcade. Just typed it into YouTube. Streamed for almost 4.5 hours today. We played God of War on the PS5, which, dude, I just got my PS5 and I'm loving it. It's great. It's really fun. But yeah, daily streams on there, usually 2, 3, 4 hours, sometimes 8. I know some of the Call of Duty streams were pretty long. They were like some of those stupid bunker missions. Oh my god. Okay, 2 minutes left. Wow, thanks for all the join members. Thank you, Flashpoint. Brock. Hey, Brock. Nice to see you here. Richard, Jared, Johnny, Daniel. What are you guys, from Karate Kid? Where's Chosen? Where's Mike Barnes? Shout out to my boy David for applying to college. Shout out, David. That's awesome. I hope you get in. Last week's episode was amazing. The best in this show's history, in my opinion. I agree. I think last week's episode was really like watching the Clone Wars with a bit of Mandalorian and Baby Yoda featuring. Well, I guess a bit of Din Djarin. Hype is real right now. I stayed up till 2 a.m. with my friend to watch it. Can't wait. That's awesome. I'm happy you guys are here with me. And everyone else. I mean, over 5,000 of you here now. 5,100 almost. So, I know a lot of you dip out during the episode, so just come back after because I do a reaction kind of breakdown on the fly with all of you, and you guys help me out too with stuff I don't know, and it's just a good time. If you Google one of the top search results is Star Wars a Canadian theory. What the hell? I'm so excited. Do you think we might get Ahsoka? Dude, I don't know. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I don't know if we're going to get... Okay, 30 seconds left. I don't know if we're going to get Ahsoka in today's episode. Maybe at the end. I hope. But I think we're going to do a pit stop. I think we're going to Navarro 7. Oh. But I know for sure the 5th episode is the one, directed by Dave Filoni. 5,500 people in chat. If you could spam that like button, that'd be great. All right. It is midnight. Let me refresh. Episode is out 40 minutes long. Okay, everyone. It's go time, baby. All right. So, everyone's good to go? Ready to roll? Let's just get this party started, and then we'll do it after. It's up. It's up. Okay. 3, 2, 1. That's the Disney Plus thing. I'm not skipping the recap. I'm just... Thank you, Ryan. Here we go. What is he, a mechanic? Dude, I knew it. It's a pit stop. It's a pit stop. I knew it. All right. The Siege. The Siege of Mandalore? Oh, was that a first word? That might have been his first word. Hmm. That's cool, man. Hmm. It was a Han reference. That's cool. Whoa. What was on that screen? What? Those clones? What the hell is this? Oh my gosh. Big episode. This is huge. Oh, this is not filler at all, dude. This is big. This is a big episode. Whoever says it's filler, you don't understand what just happened. Oh, that's so cool. What the hell, dude? Jesus. Idiots. Oh, cool. This is so cool. The hell, bro? What the hell? Don't end the episode. I will kill you, okay? Hey! Where's Dave? Oh. She's related to someone important. I just don't know who. Okay, dude, come on. Well, what the hell is that? Okay. Oh my god. He's gonna fight Ahsoka. I'm calling it. What the hell is that? Dude. So much cool stuff in this episode. So much cool stuff in this episode. Okay. Okay. That was a quick one, man, but it was jam-packed. All right. Well, essentially, the Empire is using the blood of Force sensitives, and I don't think I've ever been this excited to make a breakdown video. So, let's wait for everyone to flood in here. Nice, 5,000 of you. What'd you guys think? Do you think those were Death Troopers? I mean, they could have been. But they look different. Yeah, it's Phase 3 Dark Troopers. Those were like those were Robo Troopers, man. I don't think those were Death Troopers. Yeah, so okay. 5,300 of you here. Welcome back. What'd you guys think? Okay, well, 5,400. Wow. So basically, the Empire is trying to do what they did with Sifo Dyas. They're trying to do what they did with General Grievous, where they put in the blood of Force sensitives. And when the scientists said, when Dr. Pershing said the M count, that's the midichlorian count. So what that means is basically, if you go back to episode 1, when Qui-Gon Jinn was testing Anakin's blood sample, and Anakin's blood was over 20,000, midichlorian count was over 20,000. That's basically the quote-unquote energy level of a Force user. So they're like potential or whatever. So basically, they're essentially trying to put Force-sensitive Jedi blood or Sith blood, Jedi blood, in clone bodies or in bodies for some purpose. Now, what this purpose is, I believe it's to basically resuscitate the Emperor, pretty much, or to have an army of Force sensitives. Now, as we know from Legends and The Force Unleashed, it's very difficult to do this. Pretty much, they always all die. The rate of this being successful is extremely low. And even if it is, usually the subjects have major trauma. They either have, like psychological problems, or they have some sort of malfunction, or they're just not Force sensitive at all. And that's if they do survive. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the child to get all of its blood to basically kill it. This little guy right here, to basically kill him and get all of his blood out so that they can use enough of it into a host body to see if this works. Pretty cool idea. It's very Legends. It's very cool. I love it. But a lot of people might have been confused. I saw in the comments, people were like, what is an M? What is an M? What did you say? The M level? So that's midichlorian level. Force-sensitive troopers, possibly, yeah, maybe. Or a Force-sensitive being so that they can resuscitate the Emperor. So I think this does, in a way, expand on Episode 9, right? It's basically just Legends, is what this is. It's verbatim, it's Legends, which is pretty cool. This is where the fun begins. What if those troopers were injected with the blood of the Force sensitives, and he has a Force sensitive army of troopers? So right, so this is why I don't think Moff Gideon is Force sensitive, because if he was, then they would just use his blood, right? I wonder if the soldiers will be Force sensitive. Dude, huge fan. I've been wondering for a while if you ever had Darth Bane books or KOTOR 1 and 2. I do. I think the clones are for Palpatine. Me too. I think they're just different hosts for Palpatine to go into. And they first need to check to see if doing the blood transfusion of a Force sensitive in some of these clone bodies will keep it alive and have it actually work. So I think that's what the whole part is. Purge troopers, no, I don't think they're purge troopers. IG-11 statue at 822, cool. Yeah, so no Ahsoka. So basically what's going to happen is Ahsoka and Moff are going to fight, I think, and because he's got a tracker on the Razor Crest, and once they go to Corvus, he'll show up and Ahsoka will probably kick some ass. Which is going to be pretty neat. I Can't wait to go and make the breakdown. I'm like, I just don't even, I want to end this stream, just go and make that breakdown. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff, really cool information that I can't wait to pull from Legends. And I'm really excited that they're using a lot from Legends in this, which is great. It's phenomenal. Can you do a what if story on Mace took Anakin's side for Palpatine standing? No, but I have a video on Mace coming. I actually have a theory that I think he's going to be in The Mandalorian. So you can expect that for Saturday. And a lot of people might be like, wait, what? But once you see the video, you might be a believer. It's a cool theory, I think. I'm biased, but first time here live, so keen for this React video. Much love from Australia. Much love, Grant. Thanks so much for joining. So I want to see what you guys' comments are. That ship at the end, that Imperial ship, pretty cool. Pretty cool ship, I gotta say. Ahsoka gonna whoop his butt. Yeah, I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll have to see. I want to see more Bo Katan. I wonder where she is at. They looked modeled after Vader or Tulak Horde armor. Well, at first I thought it was Vader, and I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, it almost looks like they cloned Darth Vader or something. Like, I gotta run that back. What was the name of that ship? I don't know. I don't know the name of that ship. Yeah, so I'm looking at the droid, and it looks, they look a lot like Vader, dude. Not quite, but they look Vader-esque. They got tubes in them and stuff. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 10. I think there's 10 of them. Oh, nope, 12. No, 14. No, 16. All right, okay, 18. All right, maybe there's more. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You think it was a light cruiser? Much love, man. Coolest dogfight in Star Wars. I really enjoyed that dogfight. What if they end up using Baby Yoda's blood, and that's why Palpatine is so powerful in Episode 9? He's not powerful in Episode 9. He, like, sucks. Plus, the Palpatine we saw in Episode 9 wasn't the same Palpatine we saw in Episode 6. He was a clone. He just had Palpatine's essence in him. So what if they're just cloning Palpatine? What if those are just clones? I think those are just clones of Palpatine, probably. The Imperial ship kind of reminds me of the ships from the Old Republic cinematic trailers. Yeah, it looked like something I haven't seen before, but it looked familiar. Cal Kestis incorporated into canon Mandalorian? How? I thought that encyclopedia set you showed in the last breakdown. Oh, I bought it. And it's so cool. Thanks for tuning me on to it. Oh, of course, man. Yeah. Is it me or just was the voice acting in this episode really subpar? I thought it was fine. Didn't notice anything. Love your stuff. Black versus white saber duel will be dope. Yeah. Ahsoka's going to have those two white ones. Which are, her crystals actually come from the Inquisitors. So she purified the crystals. The red crystals. So you know how you can actually make a crystal bleed? And you can make it a Sith, like a red crystal. Sith crystal. You can do the opposite by purifying them, but when you purify them, it turns white. That's cool, hey? The ship is a Arquitens class light cruiser. Thank you for that. I am probably going to use that in the breakdown because I would need to research what ship that was because I didn't know what it was. But everything else, I feel like it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to start writing. Do you think there's potential for a Starkiller type of character? Right, it's got vibes, right? So when I saw those tubes, it really reminded me of The Force Unleashed. Oh, wow, we're going to hit 8,000 people. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so when we saw those vats, those tubes of clones, or even unfinished clones, it was like that scene in The Force Unleashed where Vader walks in and he sees all the different vats of Starkiller. And then one of them opens their eyes and it's all black, which is, that's what it felt like to me. So what was in those tubes? I think, I mean, it's just obviously engineered clones, and then we saw Dr. Pershing show up. So Pershing is it Pershing or Pershing? And that's confirmation that he's obviously got something to do with those clones. And Baby Yoda is... Now here's the thing, I don't think Baby Yoda is actually a clone. Yeah, I think Dr. Pershing is using him for his clones, but I don't think Baby Yoda is a clone. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's possible, but I don't think... I mean, they haven't even perfected the ability to create a Force-sensitive clone. I mean, maybe they did once, but it seems like Baby Yoda is an organic being, and maybe they just stole it away from its mother when it was a little egg or something, and that's that. Maybe Ahsoka dies fighting Gideon, hence Ahsoka Force Ghost in The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, but apparently she was confirmed not to be dead. Is that right? I think that the clones are Stage 1 Dark Troopers from Legends. Love your breakdowns. Thanks, man. Yo, what up, Brad? Much love from Alberta. So it's starting to look like an aspect of the Mando will be to bridge and to fix the sequels. Keep up the great work. I don't know if it's to bridge the sequels. A lot of this stuff is from Legends. So Legends was there first. But I think, yeah, a lot of it has to do with what Palpatine was trying to do, which was create a proper vessel for himself to transfer his body into. That's the vibe I'm getting, is that it's trying to connect Episode 9. Perhaps. Josh just texted me. Should we get in? Should we get him in? I think that might be fun. Do you know how the Darksaber is black? Like, what crystal can do that, or how can they do that? Also love the live streams. I actually don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very ancient saber. So... and there's only one of them. I mean... maybe the crystal... I mean, it has to do with the crystal, I'd say. So maybe the crystal is like... from the pearl of a crate dragon or something like that, because it has that different sound, right? It's got that howl, it's got that scream. So I'm thinking the crystal can't be like some organic kyber crystal. I don't think it's a kyber crystal. I think it must be something else entirely, something maybe native to Mandalore. Any idea why the episode is called The Purge? I think it's called The Purge because it's the purge of Force sensitives. I don't know. Maybe purging the Empire out? Do you think we'll see the origin of Snoke in the series? Perhaps those were what the armor was for at the end. No, I think those beings were far too short for Snoke. I think. Yeah, no. These guys are like probably... the armor is probably like 7 feet tall. Yeah. No. So I watched episode 3 on a monitor setup, 40-inch center for the Mando and 24-inch on either side with both of you and Josh. When Mando flew up, both of you said dope at the same time. I died. What? Really? That's cool, man. No way. Let me try to get him on. Was there a clone resembling Ahsoka in that vat? It just kind of looks... if you... Is that the Blink If You Miss It cameo the director spoke about? Oh, did he say something like that? I'm gonna go back to that vat. Alright, here we go. Dude, I don't know what the hell that is, bro. That looks a lot like Snoke to me. Oh, God, I think it is Snoke. I actually think it's Snoke. Yeah, man. I think it might actually be. Because I'm looking at it right now, and it's like, he's got the same scar on his head. This is very interesting. This is a very interesting episode. No, I'm thinking those were dark troopers, not death troopers. It was Snoke at 1915. You can hear his theme song. It looks like Snoke to me, bro. Like, even before you said that, yeah, it's like, the dude looks like Snoke to me. Could the Darksaber be made from Beskar? Beskar's a metal. I don't think there's any sort of crystal properties or anything that's special about it. How many years taken place since season 1, episode 1 to now? Isn't it immediate? Oh, since episode 1? I don't know. Like, what? 6 months? A year? 6 months? Wait, explain the Snoke thing. I missed that scene. Okay, well, I'm going to do it in the breakdown. Don't worry about it. I think we're going to get Josh on the line in about 5 minutes. Snoke in the making. They need a Force user to complete... Oh, whoa, dude. What if Snoke is alive because of Baby Yoda? And it's Baby Yoda's blood in Snoke. And you'll never be able to look at Snoke the same way ever again. That would blow my mind. Do you think? Go to 3439. What's that 3439? The concept art? Yeah, I saw the concept art. It's pretty cool. But it doesn't show anything that... It doesn't really show anything. It just shows different species. Like, one honestly looks like a Mon Calamari to me. One looks like a weird human. One almost looks like maybe a Zabrak. One looks like a woman. Another one looks like some weird alien-looking thing. Got to work at 8 p.m., but I couldn't miss the stream. Keep up the good work, bro. You're the man. Also, shout outs to Josh, who is equally the man. Right on, dude. Have a good shift, bro. Since Anakin and Baby Yoda were born around the same time, do you think the Force created Baby Yoda like it did Anakin? No, man. Anakin was done by a virgin birth, and that was the prophecy. Please explain the badge. Yeah, I didn't really get the badge. Like, what? That's just a... Is that supposed to be the medal? It's just a badge of the rebellion. I don't know. I got some Leia vibes from it, but... Who the heck else is from Alderaan that's important? Dude, maybe she's Bail Organa's actual, like, blood daughter. Snoke is now even more of a joke to me. Someone who got killed by a raging baby and has the blood of a real baby. That could have something to do with why he doesn't say he is a Sith or a Jedi, nor not light or dark. He might have both blood. Maybe. Do you think we could see everybody team up and take on Gideon? Also, you're such an inspiration for me. I want to do what you do. Wow. What do I do? Maybe Beskar has other properties that few people know about, like how the Wakandans use vibranium. That's a very true theory. I like that. I buy into that. It was Palpatine's soul in a clone body. Kara from Alderaan, I thought that could lead to a decent reveal. I know, but then we got nothing. They could do what Clone Wars did for the prequels to the sequels. That's true. I fear that the volunteers, it was said the scientists, is said by the scientists when talking about the lab subjects, meaning I don't think they are clones. Ah, you're right. You're right, my friend. Josh, you're right, my friend. They are not clones. They are volunteers. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go and watch this over again. I'm going to give Josh a call here. See if he picks up. No, the child is dropped. If Baby Yoda's 50, then Yoda and Yaddle make him near the end of the Republic. Great dragon pearls and lightsabers can turn black. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it's a pearl from a crate dragon. Hey, thank you, Brett. Things with a higher M count. Gotta be midichlorian count. They're trying to bring those back in. Yes, and I absolutely love it. 1854, you can see a number of the camera crew in a t-shirt. What? Shut the hell up. No way. 1854? You're kidding. Let me see this. Wait, where? I don't see him. Ah! Oh my god, you're right, dude! This guy's got jeans on. He's got jeans on and a t-shirt and a watch. That's so funny. That's so funny, dude. That's epic. Exposed, revealed, breakdown, Easter eggs. That's funny. That's funny as hell. Damn. Damn, go to it. 1854. There's a guy from set. Oh my god. Jon Favreau's gonna be pissed. That's okay. It happens, dude. It's not a big deal. It's not as bad as the don't come in much, but I think those troops at the end looked somewhat similar to Thrawn's droids and rebels. Along those lines, they seem somewhat bolted to the walls, so I'm not sure they're organic. Yeah, it did remind me of those droids that Thrawn fought, that Ezra turned on him. Oh no, wait, it wasn't Ezra, it was Callus. But I don't know, I don't think so, because those guys were like, they were way bigger and they were more broad. These looked like maybe Dark Troopers. They looked like a different version of Death Troopers almost, but they weren't real, they were robotic, right? So, and I don't think it was Snoke that was in there. So, I mean, I did. It looked like Snoke, but now the people are saying like, oh no, they were just... What if one of them was just they were splicing genes? So in the Episode 9 book, they were splicing genes, right? So let's get back on topic. They were splicing genes, and it essentially did this thing that created some like abomination that wasn't a species, it wasn't anything, it was just like something that they created on their own. And so I'm thinking that maybe that's what they did here. They're actually just like splicing genes and putting things together, and they're really trying to figure it out. And then when that Imperial officer says to the dude who put the tracking beacon on the Razor Crest, he's like, oh, you will be rewarded in the new Empire. Or sorry, not the new Empire, in the new era. Is he talking about the First Order? So this is like, I got some sequels vibes to it, and it's like everything is transitioning to that now, and it's like all according to plan, so to speak. So I can definitely see them merging all that stuff together. I think that that's something that could happen. What if Ahsoka dies by saving Baby Yoda and sacrifices herself in the Empire using the blood for the subjects instead? Oh. That would be so weird, though. You got to think. I don't think they would do that because then, Snoke or whatever would have Ahsoka's blood. It'd be weird, right? Or like Palpatine would have Ahsoka's blood, or like a whole bunch of different Jedi blood in him. That'd be strange. People saying Snoke's song was playing during Clones. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Given the part of the timeline, do you think Luke Skywalker has started this academy yet? And if so, is he training Ben Solo? No, this is only 5 years after, so Ben would be an infant. He'd be nothing. So I don't think Luke is training Jedi until maybe another 5 years from now. Perhaps, maybe more. So the guy says the volunteer. Who do you think it? The what? I don't understand the question. What time and when does Snoke appear? At 1848, the guy says purge the drives. Maybe that's what they called it, the purge. Ah, yeah, okay. The guy said the volunteer. Who is it, Gideon? No. The volunteers, or I think were just people who volunteered, no? That's what I caught from it. Don't you think? Starkiller? I wish. At 3520 in concept art, Cara Dune's little creature friend is blowing fire. Likely it will keep tagging along and that creature might come back later. That'd be neat. Like a little crate dragon. I think, okay, look, I don't think it's Snoke. I think they are doing trial and error until they get Snoke or something like that. You know? Did I miss anything? You missed a lot. This is probably the biggest... I would say this is probably the biggest lore episode so far. Definitely. He said volunteers singular. Then perhaps just one of them was volunteer. Well, the episode... Wait, the episode wasn't called The Purge. It was called The Siege. So what is the siege here? Cara Dune is the hottest Star Wars character yet. I'd agree. I think Bo Katan and Cara Dune are the hottest characters, yeah. The body in the tube looked like it had the forehead wrinkle that Palpatine had at the end of Revenge of the Sith, especially going straight down his head. P.S. The episode was called The Siege. Yeah, so that thing reminded me of Snoke. And if you go back and you look, it's like this actual line. It's like an indentation in his head. Which is almost like something was maybe forming and it was like taking the shape of a head and it was coming apart. Possibly. I think it's Dark Troopers from Legends. In his message to Gideon, Pershing mentions that he may require access to the donor. Since they're having issues with the volunteers, the donor is for sure Palps, right? I thought the donor was the child. Didn't you? You think Padme's the hottest? I had a huge crush on Padme when I was in high school and elementary school. But times change. Are they trying to make Snoke, or is he a failed Palp? Well, look, in the Episode 9 novel, they were trying to create different things. They're using the cloning process, gene splicing, mutations. They were trying to do everything that they could, and in doing that, they created this thing called Snoke, and that's why there were so many of him. So I think by the time Episode 9 rolls around, I think, or Episode 7 or just before that, they finally maybe got it right, but I think this is basically what they were doing after. And this is how... I think it's basically filling in how the First Order came to be. Symbol on the coats of the workers in the Imperial Department or of Military Research who developed the Death Stars and Phase 1 to 3 Dark Troopers. Let me go back and see that. Can you give me a timestamp? What timestamp was the clone scene? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here. Bring it up. Okay, yeah, so their logos. I don't see their logos anywhere. Oh, there's one on his shoulder. Yeah, but they're like moving. They're moving too fast. It's hard to get a clear angle. I didn't get a clear shot. Maybe before they start shooting. Let's see here. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Boom. That patch. I'm gonna look up that patch. So, I mean, essentially a Dark Trooper is just an advanced droid. Advanced battle droid. Super battle droid. Not Snoke. Why would Jon Favreau want to reference sequels in his own work? Well, it's Disney's work. Snoke clone bodies. There was a scoop 2 weeks ago saying that Ahsoka would fight Moff Gideon, with Filoni stating she could still be alive. There's no way they kill her off. Well, she definitely fights him. I mean, who else is going to fight against a Darksaber? I mean, Mando, he's just going to get everything sliced in half unless he's got cortosis, which would be pretty cool. Now, cortosis is this sword that can pretty much turn off a lightsaber blade. It's pretty sweet. It's used on Darth Vader. Hey, dude, I love your content. Do you think there is a chance we could see Luke at some point? I would love to see that, but I think we could also see Mace Windu. Stay tuned for that video. It's an interesting video. Maybe you might be like, oh, you know what? This kind of makes sense. The lady mentioned a new era at the ending, so this is definitely how the First Order began. Yeah, I think so too, man. Yeah, I think so. For sure. Not Snoke, the factory blew up. Yeah, it blew up, but I mean, they still got all the blueprints and the planning and how to do it, so it's not like it's tough. Vibrosword. Yo, Ryan, thanks again, man. Do you believe Mark Hamill would reprise his role as Luke for The Mandalorian? Probably like season 3 or later, but I feel like he might be interested. I hope so. Pray to the Maker. I think John could be trying to clean up Disney's mess by adding further explanation to the Snoke and how it came to be. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. A lot of this is, I'm getting a lot of Legends vibes. I'm getting a lot of sequels, continuity vibes. So, yeah. What do you think happened to the Beskar blacksmith? I think they're all in hiding. I think they might show up eventually. Or maybe, you know, Bo Katan is finding them. Thomas Harris, thank you. Lee, thank you so much. Moff is the founder of the First Order. That's an interesting theory, too. Oh, yeah, my mistake. Cortosis is a crystal. It's not a sword. Troopers at the end were made out of cortosis, I'm calling it. Yeah, but then they'd only be good against Jedi, right? With lightsabers. Can we take a moment to talk about Baby Yoda eating macaroons? Space macaroons and then puking? Volunteers could be a euphemism, yeah. It is the Empire. So is Baby Yoda destined to die in order to create Snoke or resurrect Palpatine? Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that if they actually do this. You know what I mean? I think Snoke is a result of failed experiments to induce force sensitivity in a being. Right, it's all basically just going along the same premise that they're trying to create some sort of a force-sensitive being via cloning, and it's failing miserably, and it always will fail up until episode 9. That they never actually get it right. And I think that's what might be happening here. Do you think Rex will appear with Ahsoka? I have a strong feeling Bo Katan will show up in episode 5 as well, Moff Gideon. Also, do you think Kix is still alive? Who's that? Who's Kix? Moff has to die before the New Order, otherwise we would have seen him in the new movies, right? Not necessarily. I mean, Ahsoka is alive during all of this. Ezra, Thrawn, supposedly. So, where was Ahsoka during, Luke's time with fighting the Emperor and fighting Vader in the originals? Where was she? So, Star Wars is a very big place. It's not just, centered around the core worlds. You can go off into unknown worlds. You can go off into the unknown regions. You can go off into places that no one really knows exists. So it is a galaxy, right? It's not a solar system. Do you think J.J. Abrams will guest direct the episode where we find out Baby Yoda was the child of Yoda and Yaddle? Also, maybe the blink and you miss it first cameo was the dude standing there in jeans? Yeah, maybe. Did you guys notice the music when clone bodies showed up sounded like Snoke's music? Cal Kestis could be in Mandalorian. He would be 40. I'd be down for that. Do you think the troopers at the end were clones? No, I think they were robots. I think they were droids. Yeah, I don't think they were clones at all. Kix is a clone trooper. He's frozen in carbonite. Well, I'll have to update the Discord link then. Yeah. Kix is part of the 501st, the medic. Oh, interesting. Didn't know. Theory, Mandalorian reset for new 7, 8, and 9. I don't think they're resetting 7, 8, 9, but I think it's going to add to it for sure. Why did Palp say he made Snoke then? He was a cripple. He couldn't do anything. He was stuck to that machine, and I think Snoke was his way of controlling a being and having a being, run his errands and do everything he wants. And that's that. Will Disney use this opportunity to have Gideon kill a beloved character, Ahsoka, to give him more merit as a villain? Ugh. Hope not. Ahsoka could die. Her M count equals Snoke's creation. Yeah, dude. Do you realize how many people would be outraged at that? I don't think that would... And that's not even a good... That's not, like... It wouldn't make sense to the story. It's like... Oh, wait, but, Snoke has blue eyes. It is interesting. Do you think we'll see Ezra? Yeah, maybe. Do you think Boba might possibly become the new Mandalore, like in Legends? Maybe. I'd like to see that for Bo Katan. I'd like to see her rule Mandalore. Yeah. I mean, seeing Boba do it would be equally as cool, but I think it'd be nice. So if Palpatine can take Rey's Force essence the moment she's in front of him physically, then why doesn't he order Gideon to get Baby Yoda to do the same thing instead of these experiments? I don't think he knew that he could do that. Yeah, so in the book, it explained that Palpatine didn't actually know that he was able to, I believe, to be able to actually suck the Force essence. So it was like a surprise to him or something. The diet in the Force was what allowed him to do that. I don't know. I was confused by the book a little bit. Do you think Kara could be related to Poe? Maybe, but I think she's related to someone from the... Do you guys see any relevance with the rebellion pendant that we saw at the end? I can't really make any sense of that. Like, is that like a calling card? He's just like putting his card down, or like if you want to join, you know. Ahsoka didn't appear as a Force ghost in episode 9, which may indicate that she is still alive. Not sure how. Wait, but none of them appeared as a Force ghost. So, hey, theory, will the background set worker be canon and have his own spin-off? At this point, yeah, probably. Not reading my super chat. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm ignoring you. I don't like... No, I'm just kidding. I didn't see it, man. Do you think we're going to see Rex? I'd love to see Rex. The scar, the theme, look up an image of Snoke and you see that the shoulders were damaged. A clone matched the shape of Snoke's shoulders from Last Jedi. Yeah, I think it is Snoke too. But doesn't Snoke say he's been around since forever? Yeah, which is weird. And Snoke says he's seen the rise and fall of the Empire. But maybe, you know, Snoke was Palpatine, dude. It was Palpatine within Snoke the whole time. So he could. You the best. Did you know the clone experiment fails and they resort to abducting children for the First Order army instead of them? Yeah, but I don't think this is for the army. I think this is for Palpatine. What if Snoke is Gideon and he gets killed by Ahsoka? Wait, what? What if Snoke is Gideon, he gets killed by Ahsoka, and why the scar head and do... No, I don't think so. The robots at the end look like DT series sentry droids. Dark Trooper sentry droids. Also, I really hope they don't go into sequel trilogy tie-ins with the Mando and instead just let it be its own thing. Yeah, I agree with that. I want it to be its own thing. It kind of seems like it's going in that direction, though. Do you think we could see the Force ghost of Yoda interact with Baby Yoda? No. If Ahsoka was killed to create Snoke, that would add to the... No, and I say no because, look, Anakin didn't show up to Luke. Really, no one has showed up as a Force ghost. I mean, it's just like Obi-Wan at dire times and Yoda at dire times. So it's like if Yoda shows up to Baby Yoda, then it's just kind of like, okay, well, I mean, Anakin's more significant than Baby Yoda, you know? I'm sorry, yeah, Baby Yoda's cuter, but Anakin is the most important character in all of Star Wars. So, according to George Lucas, according to the way they were written. So it only makes sense that some Force ghost, like Qui-Gon at least, would show up to Anakin, and not just on Mortis. So, you know, I mean, we can't just be throwing Force ghosts around everywhere. If Ahsoka was killed to create Snoke, that would add to the list of people the Empire Palpatine took away from Anakin. Even after Vader's death, he would be tormenting him. It'd be gruesomely poetic. The donor equals Palps if their intention is to clone him. Why would Pershing be requesting access from the donor from Gideon if the donor is the child? Well, the donor would be the one, like a blood donor. So I assume it's the child. What are your predictions for the next episode? Next episode, we see Ahsoka. Moff Gideon tracks Din down because he has the tracker on his ship. And Ahsoka and Moff Gideon fight. Rey heard Ahsoka in The Rise of Skywalker, so she has to die. Not necessarily. The lab was destroyed, right? So why do we think it's still Snoke? Because they can create more. Yeah, I mean, Sidious had a lab on Exegol, so... The Sith Eternal could be at play. Yes, indeed, I agree. This disapproves Gideon as Force sensitive. If he was, they didn't need this. Yeah, exactly. He's not Force sensitive. Do you think those things at the end are gonna be the General Grievous? They did look like General Grievous, right? A little bit. They looked weird. It just looked like some weird. I gotta screenshot the image and then brighten it and clear it up a little bit. So, anyways, I'm gonna go get to the breakdown now because I want to go rewatch the episode in all of its glory. I think this was a fantastic episode. So much lore, so much fun stuff, and a lot of little Easter eggs. I actually hate that word, to be honest, but it's an easy way to describe things that are hidden, I suppose, that people won't see at the first glance. This seems to be about a character development. Mando is going to have to find himself, tilting his mask closer to off this episode. Kara is also going to need to find herself. Yeah, I bet Bo Katan will fight Gideon, but lose, and Sabine will fight him instead, since she has Ezra's lightsaber. And also bet Ahsoka trained Sabine. I agree with that. Are we not going to talk about how it's funny it was Baby Yoda who shocked himself in the beginning of this? Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out in this live stream watch party reaction. I'm sorry there was a bit of a problem in the middle there. I shouldn't have tried to set up stuff with Josh coming in. It's not his fault, but it just didn't work. It's not on the fly. So these are just you and me, and I got to keep it that way. So sorry for that in between. We hit an all-time high, which is cool for the watch party. I think it was like 8,000 something, 8,200 or 300, which is pretty awesome. It's cool, man, having you all here. So I'm gonna go do the breakdown. I hope you guys will watch it. I have a lo-fi video coming out for you guys tomorrow as well, or Saturday, and which is a cool one. It's General Skywalker Clone Wars. So it's yeah, you'll see. You'll really enjoy it. I'm sure you will. I love it. I listen to it when I just read or draw or sort of whatever. I don't really draw anymore. I don't know why I said draw, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And is there anything else I want to say? Nope. Gaming channel. Make sure you subscribe. Theories Arcade. I'm streaming tomorrow again. I stream every single day. I'm going to be doing lots of giveaways, lightsabers, cash, consoles, as we get closer and closer to Christmas, as they hopefully free up. I don't want to give you guys old consoles, so and then into the new year, of course. So make sure you subscribe there, and I will see you in the breakdown video, which I'm going to get started on right now, probably finish around 9-10 a.m. as usual. So time for me to get to work, time for you guys to sleep or begin your day, and throw a like on this video if you enjoyed it. I love you all. I will see you next week at the next watch party, which I can't wait for. May the Force be with you. Have an awesome rest of your day or night. I love you deeply,